Precise HVAC Home Services here again with a great video. How to make sure that switching from heat to AC and how you're going to make sure you get that correct. Hi everyone, Jose Crespo here, owner of Precise HVAC Home Services. We are going behind the scenes on the HVAC world, and we're going to give you the secrets of what a lot of HVAC companies don't want you to know. Well, we're going to give it to you on how to properly maintain your system and how to make sure that your system lasts a lot longer with proper maintenance. I know it sounds weird. What do you mean get that correct? Isn't it just change your thermostat and that's it? Yes, it can be as simple as just change your thermostat. However, unfortunately, the average homeowner just puts the thermostat below room temperature, let's say 68 degrees, and says, I'm gonna be expecting AC from my vents. Well, unfortunately, that's not so. You forgot to probably turn it onto the AC mode. That is extremely important to make sure that you do so. If you don't do that, you're not gonna get any air conditioning out of there. Another thing is to make sure if you have a very old zoning system, and I mean old, it's probably like 20 years old, you have to go downstairs into the basement and you have to switch it from AC to heat, from heat to AC. If not, you're not gonna get the AC. Another thing is, if you don't have that switch on the bottom of the stairs or at the furnace that switches from heat to AC, you might have a system called first thermostat and a second thermostat. What that means is that your first thermostat, which is your main thermostat, controls the entire house technically. That means if that thermostat is not on, the other zones will not follow through with the rest of the cooling system. So if that's not on cooling, the rest of the zones will not work. So please make sure you're looking into that. Secondly, is make sure that you are checking the batteries if your thermostat is battery operated to ensure that you didn't corrode the batteries over the winter, and make sure that it's working, functioning correctly. Make sure you go to your AC system downstairs or your furnace, whatever forced air you have, and you check your filter. Your filter is going to be very, very important. You do not want to suffocate the air conditioning when it's running and it's trying to give you cold air. That's the last thing you want, right? You want this thing to run the minute you turn it on and you want to just get cold air. Make sure you're doing this on your first 75-degree day. Guys, don't wait till it hits 90, 95 degrees or when you get your first heat wave to turn it on. And then guess what? When you didn't check your outdoor unit for the ice dams, you didn't check your outdoor unit to see if there was any mice built up, and you're calling us or any other company because your system doesn't work, I can assure you that everybody's going to be slammed and no one's going to be coming out to you right away. So please make sure that you check your system at least when it's 70, 75 degrees. Just turn it on. Make sure that the cold air comes out of those vents. And if it doesn't, call us then, because that way you're going to get priority and we're going to come out to your home and we're going to fix the problem. So make sure you're checking these things, please. This is the way how to get your system ready and the things to check on how to go from heat to AC.
Subscribe to Precise HVAC Home Services for more content.